players these days. Easiest it gets. What was it like to see Connor get to 1,000 the other night?
It was great. I mean, what a milestone achievement. It was cool for him to do it on home ice with all of our fans there and the whole team to be able to celebrate him and obviously get a win in that game. So it was just a great moment, one of many for him, but obviously one that's pretty hard to do, and he did it pretty quick. So.
How he just handles everything. You know, we talked to John yesterday about all the pressure he's been under, and John says he's just got a real. It seems like from afar he's got a good balance. What stands out how Connor just sort of handles it all.
I mean, I think you mentioned it. Just he's been dealing with it since he was a little kid, so it's kind of almost the norm for him to be in that spotlight and to have so many people, so many eyes on you at all times, even when you're, in minor hockey, right? So he's a very balanced individual, and I think there's nobody. He puts the most pressure on himself, so there's no outside pressure for him. It's always internal, and I think he does a really good job in managing the day-to-day stresses of being the best player in the world.
What's the key for you guys tonight? It feels like you kind of get going in the right direction after a bit of a slow start. Like, what's the focus here tonight?
Just continue to build our game. I think it'd be nice to hold on to the lead. We've had a couple leads late in games, past two, and they've been forced into OT, and we won them. But I think for us, just continue to build on our game. We're in a good spot right now, and obviously playing against a really good team, so it'll be a good test.
Zach, you're talking about building your game. What's one thing that you guys can attribute to that's allowed you to see a little bit more success over the last 10, 11 games and a little bit more consistent play?
Yeah, I mean, I think our special teams is starting to come a little bit, which is nice. Obviously, it was a huge strength for us all last year. One of the reasons we were able to go as far as we did, and both were off to a slower start per se. And I think the last couple of games are starting to come around. So I think that's good. I think our 5-on-5 play has been really good. I think we can do more of holding onto the puck in the O zone and creating chances off the cycle. But I think we're starting to see progress in our game, and it's been good.
Does this feel like a home game for you personally?
For me, not anymore. I mean, now it feels like the one time I come here, it's like everybody comes obviously, and you see it's like an event. You see so many people, so it's nice to see all your buddies and friends, family. When I played here, it would be they just come whenever, it'd be offset, right? So. Yeah, it feels a little different.
All of your brothers be in the building?
Yeah, all four. Mom and dad, yeah, grandma. So lots of family, in-laws. There'll be lots of family, cousins, etc. The whole shebang, and then lots of friends, and busy night.
Did you convert them all to Oilers fans, or are some of them still holdouts?
I would say the majority are now Oilers fans. So fortunate to have a very good support system who support me no matter where I am.
You came in mid-season last year, in November last year around this time. What's sort of having him from the beginning of training camp, and sort of how he's sort of developed into his role with you guys?
Yeah, it's not easy coming in midway through a season with a team that was struggling, obviously the way we were struggling last year, and he was able to right the ship for us and really steady it and allow us to have the year that we did last year, and this year coming in, you get a full camp, it's your team right from the start, so you really get to have an influence on how things are going, and I think it's been nothing but the same, really. He's been able to be that kind of steady presence for us behind the bench. I don't know how much you know about him, but he's very process-oriented and always calm, and I think that's extremely important in being a head coach, because there's a lot of randomness that goes on in hockey and a lot of craziness, and you can't get caught up in the emotions of it, and I think he does a phenomenal job in just making sure that everybody is on the same page at all times, and we're always very well versed on what the other team has to do and game plans, etc. So he's been great.
What was it like going up against Tanev in the playoffs last year? Like, what does he do for a team's defense when
Yeah.
you're seeing him on the other side?
No, he's an amazing player. We trained with him this summer with Gary. A bunch of us do, so we got to know him really well. Great person, great guy for their locker room, but obviously on the ice, just a warrior. I mean, I'm sure you guys had a taste of it in the first almost 20 games or so, but no matter what night it is, he's blocking shots, and it doesn't necessarily need to be the most physical presence, but he's always in the right position, always has a great stick, breaks the puck out great, just a really, really good player.